Well, today, and yesterday, I had my, the bad side or whatever, the devil side or whatever is being released, and my will is being released or whatever, and, it's turned into whale or whatever, but I'm supposed to have complete carnal Kundalini gone, and the carnal all the way down through the United States. I just got to get it to go through. But I mean, I know it's there, and I know it's there, and I almost think I'm really gonna make it out to purgatory because I just feel like I am. Um, and they put my tattoos through as that I thought about as good or God tattoos or Christian tattoos, like some of them, and took away the bad tattoos or whatever, and that took away my secondary one, or my secondary world thing or whatever, which, yeah, was a tragedy to have happen. And I've got help with somebody that was a tattoo artist in the wharf that had help with that. And, um, and let's see here. There really ain't much more that's happened besides they kept saying that I had like 70 levels of hell, and it's just thought top if I was being carnal harnessed. I was not ever planning to be carnal harnessed, and I was not going to be carnal harnessed, and I was not going to be band harnessed, and that was at the worst case scenario if the devil side harnessed me or whatever, and I had no Christian salvation or no Christian help or nothing. And I was absolutely not so, because I had like 2 levels of hell after they took the wheel off of me. I had like 2 levels of hell, and I'm having a holy harness, and they've had me as white for like the last white that's not actually went through 100%, but it's almost ready to go through. And as soon as Amanda's removed and Veronica's removed, I'm going to have a triple defeat on them. For my conscience, my spirit, and my will, and against them, I'm going to have a triple defeat on them. And I have holy works, which is Christian or holy Christian rock or whatever, and that's what saved me, because it went through for me to have holy metal, which helped me instead of having bad metal or whatever, or light or dark metal or anything like that. And the black thoughts were not really, they turn into dark metal, and there's definitely no black metal there, because I never plan on being no black metal singer, and that's why it don't come up as true black metal or whatever. And the only other thing is they got when they take Amanda off or whatever, I'm not gonna have no electrocution. I'm not gonna have no mild electrocution. I'm not gonna have no carnal electrocution. And then just as soon as they take the FBI man off, and I won't have no mild electrocution. I had 80% of my childhood go through, and that took the whole entire carnal off. It took Hadrian's part of the story off, and it took Ariana's part of the story off. But Ariana was holy Ariana, and but it still took it off, and that's not 80% of it, because really it'll probably drop down to like 50% of it or something. And then the warp or whatever, when I build the warp back up, is gonna make the child go through maybe like 30%, 30 times more than what it was supposed to or whatever. So by the time that happens, I should be able to have complete new hell or whatever, and I hope it goes through. And then I have a system exorcism or whatever from the Catholic people to put through to get man disconnected from me or whatever, and that's probably not all or whatever. And like I said, they run this stuff through the machine, and I've had holy water, and then there's actually a glossalia, and I speak in tongues, and thank God for it, machine or whatever. I mean, that's what and a fasting machine or whatever. And it's not, but, like if you fast, it makes you have super fast completes. But I've had food deprogramming or whatever, and, um, let's see here. And I've had anointing oil put through the machine. But really, I'd rather just go, you don't want to just go to church. I mean, you do, yeah, I'd rather have stuff like that happen to me in person, though, anyways. But the machine's so big and stuff like that I mean, it's better blessed like that than anything. And, like, making these videos helped with taking China off me. And, I mean, I really almost think that I might get out. And like in that Bible verse in Revelations, it says that you be thrown in the jail for 10 days, tried and tested or whatever by the devil, but be faithful until death, and the Lord will give you a crown of victory, or be faithful or whatever. That's not the best story, because you don't want to be tried by the devil. Nobody wants to be tried by the devil, because when you get tried by the devil, you're tempted and this and that, and being in a rock band or being in a soul and this and that. But God had to alter me, and God had to put me having a Christian microphone, and Christian vocals, and Christian lyrics and stuff, and and take away my carnal and stuff, and take away my eyes and collagen and stuff, so that I wouldn't have no. And that's really in a real altar. I mean, that's really tied on to a band and stuff. And really, there's nothing wrong with. I like Christian rock and the Christian rock that I've heard and stuff. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And I wish I didn't have no Christian rock. I wish I was a Christian singer, period, because I wish I never listened to heavy metal after this. And, I don't know. I think I'm really gonna make it out. I think I'm really, like, maybe gonna make it out, maybe get to heaven if I have enough time before the tribulation. But like I said, it's 3.5 years until that comet comes. So if it's 3.5 years till that comet comes, and they've already signed Jared Kushner and them signed the Abraham Accords, and signed the peace treaty with Israel, that's probably turning into a 7-year peace treaty. And then that comet that's supposedly be wormwood or whatever. And I know this is true, because the next one's in 2032, and it's like way, way further away. It's not going to make it that far. I wish it was for the whole entire world. I really do, because I'd have been a whole new person, but that's not going to happen, because that one literally comes between the moon and the Apophis one, literally, and that's called Chaos, or whatever, Lord of Chaos, by the Egyptians or whatever. And that's what the whole entire Illuminati is. That everybody that's head up in hell or whatever that has Illuminati or controller world, that's what's gonna kill us. That's what's gonna kill some of the world, is that comet hitting. Now I promise you, they can control everything, down to every fly, literally every fly. Like, I could think a wrong thought and fly like we had gnats in the house, and gnats would come around my freaking ears and stuff, and they was controlling gnats. And I'm not making this up. They can control animals. They control every little single thing. I mean, this is the Lord I'm talking about, not the devil side or Illuminati control. I mean, they got controller species too, where you got to break through the controller species on all the animals around you, or all the wildlife or whatever, or you just don't pay attention to it. Like, I can be talking in my room or something, and I'll say something, and I'll hear a hoot owl, and I know for sure that they can control stuff. I'm in control, and I just sound like a paranoid schizophrenic. I'm not. I promise you, the Lord can control every species. That's how He led the animals into the ark, because He can control and operate them. We are all controller species, and either the Lord operates you or sin operates you. But that's all, and I couldn't be happier. I have the best reality that God could have possibly made my reality after having something like that, and having the best child. I have the best child, and I have the best reality. I do have the best reality that God could give me. I don't listen to Him, because I'm turning into a holy, and and I'm gonna be a whole new person now. I might not get to go where everybody else is gonna get to go because but I'm hooked into actually having singer and witness testimony. That's probably even though it's only on Facebook and stuff, but it's in the machine or whatever, and it's in there to combat what the devil done. And I don't have no witness testimony of doing singing anything bad out there, but the Lord, I'm not a witness to doing anything bad or singing any songs, but the Lord had to combat that by putting people through the system that has and stuff, and connects me to the warp and stuff. And it is prayer, because he made me something that made me have a holy witness testimony and stuff, and through what I'm doing right now, a holy witness testimony and stuff, and that's the only thing that saved me and made my holy stick to me and stuff, and my child, and give me a childhood witness testimony or something. And but I thank him, and I couldn't thank him enough. I couldn't thank him enough for having me prepared for this before the end time. I'll never be able to thank him enough, and I'll never be able to love him enough, and I'll never be able to appreciate anything that happened to me more than the world, because I'll just never be able to appreciate it, because I thought that I was lost in a world of hell I'd never get out of, and he has prepared a way for me, and prepared a way better life for me, a way better reality for me. And I just pray that everybody's watched over and everybody's taken care of. In Jesus' name, amen.